And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Hey, check that.
They'll begin the drive on the ground with Starks. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ready.
This is Starks.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. This defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week.
15 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough in search of 4 yards. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball on the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, Trent, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Panthers at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Dances by him and brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Again on the ground, again with Starks.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Hey, alert, alert,
A run here for Starks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Jonathan Grenard
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Oh, nice move. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dear.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston.
John Mechie,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion where I picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Off the RPO, he completes it. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Not because at all. Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down. There again is Cooks, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it was. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Starks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right? It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way. Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him. Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Here we go.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've come upon halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
The pass there complete to Sutton. So the completion good for just 3. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They go play action here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A give, running right, ETN.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oftentimes we're playing an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Whitfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, Whitfield.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds. Toe tap.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Off the bootleg. Whitfield. It's complete. This is Starks. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They react.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitfield.
This will be complete to Mechie.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another drive as time. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Whitfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them 18 on that one. And that leads to a Carolina first down.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the option, that's complete. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Panthers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield, and that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues. On first down, right back to ETN. We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
ETN once more.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Now give to ETN running right.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
On the counter, ETN.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now.
A handoff for ETN.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week.